I think people have to be careful now. Like they are on Twitter specifically, as far as someone's offering giveaways, like at Cash App or something like that, Venmo. They're willing. They say, "Oh, I'll give $1,000 to the first person who retweets this," or "I'm giving away $1,000 or whatever it may be, $100, whatever it is." Um, Sometimes they ask for the Cash App, and you're like, "Okay, fine, you can give it." But then they start DMing more specifically, and they ask, like, if they start asking you, or other random people start asking you about like your name and such, it's phishing at that point. They're becoming more sophisticated to the point like they want to ask your name, your location, etc., so that they can actually get into your Cash App or Venmo or wherever, or Zelle for that matter. I would be very, very careful. They're now starting to go into Twitter at this point because some Twitter users basically do provide that need, I guess, where they provide some aspects of giving whatever cash to you basically at that point, as a winner type of thing. Like I think there's a guy by the name of Bill Pulte, I think, or something like that. I forgot his name, full name exactly. Um, Basically from the Pulte group, home group. Um, he does legitimate, donations, philanthropy, basically, and I think because of that and a few others, um, others are starting to follow suit as well too, which is great. But then there are those that are basically trying to sort of fish, scam you their way into getting into your access into your Cash App account or wallets, i.e., ledger wallets, basically for Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever it may be, etc. Um, so I'd be very, very careful because I just happened to reply to one basically out of curiosity just to see what would happen, and then all of a sudden I got like 10 or 20 people asking me, like, "Hey, I'll give you 3,000, 5,000, etc." And then one of them was like, "Look, I'll give you 10,000. Just DM me your Cash App." I'm like, "Huh? You found my Cash App because I tweeted it off to someone else, and now you're asking me again?" And then they asked, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "Huh? On my Twitter, it shows my name, first name." And then they started asking my location. So I said, Canada. And then they start asking more stuff basically. I'm like, okay, that's when I started realizing, all right, this is a phishing attempt, and they're basically trying to get my Cash App access with my name to see if they can like sort of somehow provide the phone number as a way for password recovery or something of that nature, basically, or in one way or another, basically. So for those that are doing that and people are asking more specific stuff, be very careful. They don't need to know your name and such. All they need is your Cash App handle or your Venmo handle, and they just need to pass it on, and that's it. They don't need to request or anything like that. I mean, they don't need your name, number, anything else for that matter. So I'd be very, very careful. It's very surprising how uh, people fall into this basically because like some people are desperate and they want the cash, to be quite honest. So uh, I'd be very careful of that from that aspect. It's one of those things where I tried also to put it up on Twitter to report them, but there was no reporting of like phishing. It was more of like spam more than phishing. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you don't have that option to report people on phishing or scamming, not spamming, but scamming. Should have that ability there at that point too, and they don't, which is a surprise. Um, I wish it would be the case. I wish it would be there for that, but in reality, it looks like they don't. So I mean, I don't know what to say. Um, like, all right, right now, someone's asking saying like here from Crypto, I will send someone $9,600. Drop your Cash App, PayPal, or Bitcoin or Venmo. You don't need all that stuff basically at that point, to be honest. And at 9,600 seems specific. Or someone actually says, drop your ETH wallet and I'll send you $12,000. Just follow an RT. Yeah, that's kind of a little tricky way of getting around about things. If you give your ETH wallet, it's a matter of then they start asking more access information, and then you got to be careful at that point. So I'd be very, very careful. Um, Again, if it's too, sometimes it might be too good to be true, but who knows? Um, okay, in any case, just again, warnings out there to people. Basically, just be very, very careful. Specifically on Twitter now. Uh, you've heard about the Zelle scams. Now they are going onto Twitter to get access to your Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Bitcoin wallet, Ethereum wallet, whatever it may be. They're being specific. If you drop whatever your handle, tag, wallet, that's all that's needed. If they start asking you for more information, then you know it's a scam. Just say nope. Just ignore them, block them, whatever it may be. That's what you should do because like they don't need all that information. All they need is your handle, like in this case, Cash App. They just need a Cash App handle, and then they just drop the cash onto your Cash App. Venmo, same thing. Zelle, for that matter, whatever your username or email or phone number, that should be enough at that point. Same thing with Bitcoin wallet as well as Ethereum wallet. They just need the wallet ID. They don't need anything else beyond that. If they ask for more, it's a scam, and they're phishing to basically get access to your wallet or app or Cash App or whatever it may be to basically withdraw. So be very, very careful and take care. Again, unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed.